Hi, I'm Bill, and if it's first time dropping into the channel, welcome. I'm coming to you today from Salt Point State Park along the Northern California coast. We're here spending a weekend with Lori's extended family. She's out on a hike right now. So I thought I would do a review of the SPRK Camp Grill by Eureka. But first this. Okay, so I made a decision to purchase this grill by Eureka. It's a butane grill, uses a butane fuel source. I have been traveling with the Weber Q grill. It's kind of got the domed top and everything. It was taking up a lot of space in our 2021 Winnebago Solis 59PX flat top. And I wanted to recover a little bit of that space, so I thought, okay, you know, normally it's just Lori and I, grill some steaks, some chicken or something. You know, we're not feeding a lot of people. Maybe this lower profile will work for us. Now, I used it the other night to cook a piece of chicken and a piece of steak, and it worked out just fine. And I'm gonna show you a little bit about the grill right now, and I'm gonna cook a piece of chicken. So first thing is, again, it uses this butane fuel canister. This one happens to be by Eureka. There is a reservoir here, or a receptacle, where you can load the butane, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there's a little flap. I don't know if this is going to show in the video or not, but we're going to put that in here. So I've got it lined up, and then on the front here there is a locking lever. So, okay, that is now locked, and I'm going to close the door. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to, I have my Eric Hill infrared thermometer. We have a link to it in the video description. We use it on our pizza channel, 12th Avenue Cuisine. And right now the temperature of this grill surface is about 64 degrees. So I'm going to turn this knob here. I'm going to push in. Hear the click. And we've got some flame. Now the other night I had the flame size, or the control, about 3/4 of the way up, and it took a few minutes, but essentially I got the grill, so already we're at 140 degrees, and it's going up 170, 180. So I'm going to wait and let this get up about 400 degrees. Again, I purchased this grill at REI, and you know, Lori's first thoughts are, well, it doesn't have a cover on it, so you're not reflecting heat back in like the Q grill does. I'll put a snapshot of the Q grill that we use, and that is true. But, you know, I really wanted to recover a little bit of space, and definitely I've recovered a lot. This is a lot smaller profile. You can stack things on it. You can turn it sideways. So, you know, I really like that capability on packing for the trip up here. And every little bit of space that I'm able to recover, I could put something else that might be of value to us when we go out camping. And so, okay, so I spent, I think this was about $149 at REI. And so I took a chance. As I say, this will be the second time that I used it. And already we're up to 312 degrees, 308. So I'm going to let it go a little bit longer. And we're also going to do a review. We're long overdue to do a review of our 2021 Winnebago Solis 59PX flat top. We've had it now 2 years, 5 months, and we really should do a review, our thoughts on it. I mean, while I'll do a whole video around it so we can get Lori's perspectives, it's been very handy, and I use it for my astrophotography, and it's really great. Generally once a month I'm going down to the desert. It's fully self-contained, you know, got solar and all that, but we'll wait to the video to do that. Okay, I'm getting up around 384 degrees. So here's my piece of chicken. It's relatively thick, and I'm going to reposition this one camera here. So give me a moment while I do that. All right, and we'll take one more check of the temperature. 445 over on this side, 461, 469 over there. So let's put the chicken on. Now, maybe we'll figure something out where we put a piece of tin foil on top to like a little bit of a cover to reflect the heat back in. But, and then the other first thought of Lori's was, well, geez, now you have to carry another fuel source. Because up until now, pretty much we just carry propane, and that has essentially been working out for us. So, all right. I'm going to do a little bit of editing here so you don't have to wait around. I imagine it's going to take about 10 minutes to cook. So I'll edit along the way and show you when I do go to turn the chicken over, you can kind of see what's happening as far as the charring that happens from the grill surface and that. And I just thought I'd show you the grill does include a drip pan. Let's make sure this camera is going to get it. So there's the drip pan there. Not much, because I've only cooked this third piece of protein that I've cooked with it. And also the grill surface is supposed to be very easy to clean. I will wait until we get home to clean the top of the grill surface. And there's instructions on what you should use as far as a cleaning agent and everything like that that come with the product. Okay, so I'm going to see if the protein has released from the grill, and then I'm going to turn it over. Generally, it's a good idea. I mean, I'm sure many of you that barbecue all the time know that you let your protein release before you turn it over. And so there's the first turnover, and let's see. Maybe I'll do a little bit of handheld here. And you can see the grill marks. All right, I'm getting about a 514 over there, 570, 542. So I've kind of hitting these four corners around the chicken there, and we're up over 500 degrees. I don't know, let me try this. So we'll see if that works. I think the idea is, I don't know what at the eutectic point of aluminum is, and that would be the point that it starts to melt. I think there is some caution in the instructions, and I'm probably going against what the instructions say, but I just thought I'd put that on there, and maybe that'll reflect a little bit more heat, contain a little bit more heat. Now I brought out another plate and another piece of tin foil because I don't like to use the plate that the raw chicken was on. So once we take the chicken off, I'll put it on a plate, I'll cover it and let it rest for a little bit. I'll also dig through the time codes, and so you know how long exactly it took to cook this piece of chicken. I think if I was to do it again, I'd probably slice this thicker piece of chicken into 2 thinner pieces. Cook time would probably be shorter. But I think, you know, that's the fun thing about getting a new item, is learning the best way to use it, how to optimize its performance for your needs. The other thing I should have brought, which didn't, and maybe we'll make sure that it is something that's always in our Solis, is we have a kind of a pen type meat thermometer that you can put into the piece of protein that you're cooking, and then you know that you want to get your protein to a certain range to determine its doneness. So we'll probably put one of those. I think it's called a thermopen or something. I'm sure there's multiple brand names for those type of items, but something that I'll make sure that I travel with going forward. And that on the bottom there are adjustable legs, so if you're on an uneven surface, you can level out the grill top. Okay, so far the tinfoil is working pretty good. And I think it's been about 8 minutes. I should have kept track, but again, when I go and edit the video, I should be able to identify the time I put it on the grill and then the elapsed time until I considered it done and took it off. And before I forget, if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up, because likes are very important to who gets an opportunity to see this video in their stream. Also, why not subscribe? Hit that notification bell. That's helpful as well. And in our video descriptions, you'll find links to the items that we use on that can be purchased on Amazon. And if you use one of our links to go to Amazon and purchase a product, it doesn't have to be the product at the end of our link, but if you purchase a product using our link to go to Amazon, we have an affiliate marketing relationship with Amazon, and we get a few pennies in return, and it really costs you nothing. So hopefully you'll consider using our links if you're an Amazon shopper. Okay, we're up at holding about 550, 600 at that point, 662, 5 something, 567. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. And if you have a favorite grill that you take with you when you're going camping, whether it's in your camper van or when you're car camping, why not put the name of that grill in the comments so people who read the comments can get an idea of other grills that might work for them as well. Again, this is meeting a particular need that I have, because when I go and do my astrophotography and I load all my telescopes and mounts and everything in, I have very little space left, and I need something I can cook my food on. So this smaller format, I'm going to make it work for me. Now, of course, in our Winnebago Solis, we have a 2-burner propane stove, but really Lori and I prefer to cook outdoors when we're outdoors, you know, in the area, rather than cook inside the Solis. But okay, well, I got to make a decision here whether or not I think it's done. Okay, I'm going to let it go for a few more minutes. Probably should have marinated it. If Lori was here, she would have fixed a nice marinade. Okay, well, it's been about 15 minutes. I'm going to call this done. So I'm going to take it off the grill. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to let it rest for about 5 minutes. Now I'm turning the grill off. And then once it cools down, I'll remove the butane canister from it. It's best not to leave the butane canister in the grill. So I will unlock it and take it out, but I'm going to let everything cool down for a little bit. Now the front part of this grill here, where the Eureka label is, it's showing about 240. So again, I think you want to keep good airflow around it, and you don't want to touch it until it cools down, of course. But other than that, this is the Eureka SPRK camp grill. I purchased it at REI. Meets my needs, may not meet yours. So far, after 2 uses, I'm giving it a thumbs up, but I still have to clean it. Maybe I'll clean it in the Solis once the grill top cools down. And if I do, I'll put a note in the video here, or I'll put a comment in. Otherwise, I'm going to use it again tonight before we head home tomorrow, which is Sunday, the 6th of August in 2023. So thanks again for dropping into the channel. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, maybe we'll bump into you out on the road. Till next time.